Pulls the film, how long it takes once I give it back. This is my Nikon FE film camera. The film format is 35 millimeters. Film size is 36 millimeters by 24 millimeters. And the film speed can range from ISO 12 all the way up to 4000. To add a new roll of film, you need to pull up the rewind crank. Now to pull up the rewind crank, there is a small lever that allows you to do this. This release lever is a safety feature that keeps you from pulling up on this rewind crank midway through a shoot and ruining your film. This center is where the shutter is. As you can see, it's closed. And on the left side is where we put our new roll of film in, and we pull it over to the right hand side. Now I'm just checking to make sure that everything is operational before I add the film. This camera uses f-mount lenses, and everything is manual, including the aperture, as you can see here. I'm just checking the inside, making sure that the seals, the mirror, everything is working properly before I add the film to it. This is the film that I got. There wasn't many options besides a 3-pack at 400 ISO shooting 36 images. There was one other option at the store for a single pack, and I think it was 800 ISO, and I'll try that one next time. But for now, I am going to use this one and see how it does. Now the empty bottle that the film came out of are right on the date, so once the film is complete, it will go back into this bottle with its date. Now it is time to add the film to the camera. It can only go in one way. On the left hand side there's room enough for the film, and then once it's in place you can put the rewind crank down to lock it in its place. Once the film is secure, you can then pull the tail of the film across over to the other side. On the right hand side there is a cylinder that's connected to the film advance lever, and it's got slits in it. This is where you feed the film tail in between, securing it, and then as you pull the film advance lever, it hooks the film and pulls it into place. Now on the bottom and on the top there are little gauges that hook the perforated squares on the top and bottom of the film, securing everything in place as it advances out of the cartridge of film. Now the film has already been exposed to light that's behind the shutter, so I need to pull on the film advance lever to pull the film to the next shot, press the shutter, and you can check to make sure that everything is working properly by looking over on the left hand side where the rewind crank is, and that should move at the same time as your film advance lever does. Last, I cut the end of the box, which fits perfectly in the back of my camera. That tells me what type of film and speed I am using the camera at. This is also a perfect reminder to make sure that you set your camera to the correct ISO level that your film is at, or else all your shots are going to be vastly different than you expect. horsewhip. I'm not sure it's the exact name. There's those eagles. But there's feathers down in here. Eagle feathers. So there is a bald eagle's nest up the tree. That's the eagle's nest right there. You can hear them calling. Now what I'm doing right now is the wind's blowing this way. So any land animals like deer or bear or cougar, they're gonna smell me right away. We're just underneath the tree. What's difficult is that with the film camera set up, I can't really show you exactly what I'm looking through and seeing. So it's going to be a fun challenge. But if I'm going to be looking for larger game animal like a bear or deer, cougars, I need to be walking that way because the wind is blowing this way. It's blowing this way. But right now, I'm more interested in the birds, and they're up in the tree right now. Now with film camera, I've got 36 shots. That's it. To be able to capture things on this camera. And I can't see what my shots will look like until I develop them. Enough talking, let's get in there. See if we can find an eagle that's lower. To lock it, I gotta click this button right here. Okay, so it's locked. Can't push down a button. And up there, you can hear one of them just sitting up there right now. He took one shot. While using some advanced videography techniques with my iPhone, I can get you inside my film camera and see what's happening. As I go in and out of focus with the lens, the center ring will split apart, showing that it is out of focus and aligning the two pieces together once it is in focus. Not only do the center rings show your focus, but it also collects the exposure. 60% of your exposure comes from the center rings, while the remaining 40% comes from the rest of the frame. On the left-hand side is the shutter scale. As soon as you open the advanced lever to take a photo, the needle will move into place for the exposure of the elements that you're viewing, and the green will be your shutter speed, and as you move your shutter speed, you can align it up with the black one to perfectly expose. In red we have three letters. At the top is A, which means auto. At the bottom is M for 90, which is your shutter speed, 1/90th of a second, and B at the very bottom is for bulb mode. Well, I've been here for a little while, and nothing's really changed. The one eagle, he's just sitting up there. I took one picture already. But again, we have film. There's been a bit more movement, but not enough to sacrifice another shot, so we won't find out if the shot that I did get was even that worth it. The reason why I took it is because the light on the sun, the light in the eye of the eagle from the sun over here was just perfect in the eye of the eagle. It's like a great song, isn't it? So he was just sitting there kind of looking back at the sun, and there was this beautiful light window in his eye. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna take my first film shot of that. Maybe that might look great. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pack up what I've got, and then we're just gonna head through the woods and see if we can find more tracks, trails, other things that we can photograph. Looks like there's just 2 bones down there. Hey, if you like this video, please give me a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I'm going to be doing more episodes with the film, and I would love to show you the results that I got. So be sure to stick around. I'm excited to share the photos that I got next episode after the photos have been developed. I think I'm in the right place.